Welcome to my YouTube channel English with Neelam. Dear children, today's video is about class 10th poem Dust of Snow. This poem is written by famous poet Robert Frost. He was an American poet. He was born in America in the year 1874 and he died at the age of 88 in the year 1963. He was awarded Pulitzer Prize for Poetry. Some of his famous works are The Road Not Taken, Mending Walls, Fire and Ice, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, and Mountain Interval. Children, ये पूरा वीडियो देखिए और बहुत ध्यान से सुनेगा. In this video, I am going to tell you about the central idea, the summary, the explanation, literary devices, and the important questions from this poem. Children, before starting the poem or the explanation, I would like to ask you which things we consider as bad omens. I know first thing that will come to your mind is the cat, black cat, then crow, then breaking mirror. There are so many things. Let us see in this poem how a crow acts as good omen for the poet Robert Frost, who was sitting or maybe standing under a tree that was poisonous. अगर आपने मेरे चैनल को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से कर लीजिए ताकि आपको मेरी वीडियोस का नोटिफिकेशन मिलता रहे. Children, it is a very beautiful and very simple poem that presents a simple moment, but it has a larger significance. It gives us deeper meaning. Children, you will see this poem is just an 8-line poem. An 8-line stanza or a poem, they are called octave. Children, let us first of all interpret the title. The title is Dust of Snow. Can we have the dust of snow? No. We can have dust only of soil particles. The dust of snow here, it is snowflakes. It is winter season here and the poet is probably standing or he's just passing by or he's sitting under a tree. And there is a crow. Probably the crow has just come to the tree and or probably it's already sitting over there. And with the movement of this bird, the crow, the snowflakes fell on the poet. And it completely changed his mood. Earlier he was sad, he was gloomy. But now he has decided to be happy. That little moment in his life brought a change in his life. And it saved the rest of his day. Let us now start with the first stanza. The way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Now here the poet is talking about two things, two negative things I will say. First is the crow and other is the hemlock tree. That is poisonous. Crow is also considered as ill omen or a bad omen. We all know it, children. Now poet ने यहाँ पर किसी और बर्ड या किसी और ट्री की बात क्यों नहीं की चिल्ड्रन? क्यों मेंशन नहीं किया उनके नेम्स? उसके पीछे रीजन है. Why? क्योंकि वो हमें कुछ सिखाना चाहते हैं. Yes, Robert Frost is teaching us not to be superstitious person and not to believe in ill omens. Children, it is winter season and the poet is out of his house. He is in a bad mood. He is standing under a tree or maybe sitting under a tree or maybe passing by a hemlock tree that symbolizes gloom or despair or dejection. Suddenly there was movement in the tree. Maybe a crow came and perched on the tree, or it was already there, or it flew out, or it made some movement while sitting in the tree. As a result, snowflakes fell down on the poet. Now we come to the second stanza. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. In this stanza, the poet is trying to say that two negative things, one is the crow and the other is hemlock tree, they had a positive effect on him. Other thing that he is trying to say is that all the objects of nature, they give us happiness. They erase sadness from our life. When the dust of snow, actually the snowflakes that got dusted with the movement of the crow, fell down the tree. The poet felt happy. His mood was suddenly changed. Almost his whole day was spoiled, or we can say wasted, feeling sad. But that sudden fall of snowflakes has saved his rest of the day, and now he can do his work with a light heart, with a happy heart, without any worries or tensions. These things, the poet here actually is trying to say that even small things can bring happiness in our lives. Small things can change our life. Small things can, change our perspectives towards our life. Now let us quickly revise what is there in the poem. See the points to remember. It is the winter season. Poet is sad. He is trying to say that nothing is good or bad in our life. We can get happiness even from small things. Those ill omens or the bad omens, they bring happiness to the poet. The poet is under the tree. Crow is sitting on the hemlock tree or in the hemlock tree. Snowflakes fell on the poet. It changed his mood. He had wasted his day feeling sad. But now he is filled with positive energy. His mood is suddenly changed. He is trying to say that even small things in life can give us happiness. He is encouraging us to love the objects of nature, to love this beautiful nature. Now let us see the meanings of the difficult words in the poem. Hemlock. Hemlock is a poisonous tree with white flowers. And rude, that is held in regret, in sorrow. Now I talk about the literary devices used in the poem. First of all, we know about the rhyme scheme of this poem. It is children AB, AB. If we see the first stanza in my video about literary devices, I have already explained what is a rhyme scheme. Heart and part, they match. The sound, last sound, mood and rude, D sound. So the rhyme scheme is AB, AB. Now second literary device is enjambment. Enjambment is a continuation of a sentence in different lines. This whole poem, there is no punctuation mark, no comma, no full stop. Only the full stop is in the last line. So the literary device used is enjambment. Second children, next, third, imagery, crow and tree. These images the poet has used in this poem. Next is symbolism, crow and hemlock. These two, they symbolize sadness, gloom, sorrow or rejections. Next literary device used is metaphor. Dust of snow, the title itself, there is metaphor in the title. Dust of snow. These actually snowflakes, they have been compared to dust. So the literary device is metaphor here. Alliteration. Alliteration has given my heart. H and H sound. And saved some part. S and S sound. That is alliteration. Now we come to consonants. It is part of alliteration, children. I have already explained you in my video on literary devices. Of a day I had rued. D sound is repeated. So the literary device is consonants here. Children, there is irony also in this poem. The negative elements giving positivity to the poet. So here we can say that the poet has used an irony. Children, now I tell you the names of other poems that teach us to love nature. One is Daffodils by William Wordsworth. Other is A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. You are going to read this poem, Thing of Beauty, in your class 12th. Now children, let me tell you what type of questions will be asked from this poem. There can be extracts, short answer questions and long answer questions. Now I tell you the important topics from the poem on which you can be asked questions. First is, children, very important thing, the central idea or the message or the theme-based questions. Children, central idea of the poem is that we should enjoy nature. Our life is so hectic. Just to relax ourselves, we should be in company of nature. And we should have a positive outlook even towards small things or simple acts, because these small acts or simple acts can lead to the learning of greater lessons of enjoying life. Second is negative aspects of nature in the poem. I told you negative aspects, crow and the tree, hemlock tree. Setting of the poem, winter season. Small things, a simple moment in life can change our life. You have to elucidate or elaborate on this. In this answer, children, you can write that even simple or ordinary incidents have great importance in our life. They can impact our life to a greater extent. Nothing is good or bad, even the crow or the hemlock tree. They filled the poet with positive energy, and we should try to solve all the problems and the obstacles of our life rather than just sitting or feeling sad or sorry or regretting it. Sometimes even the simplest things or moments can change our perspectives towards life. A simple action of crow, that was just, the movement of the crow, and the snowflakes fell on the poet. The crow, it shook off the dust of snow, that is the snowflake on the poet. It taught a lesson to the poet that one should not be sad in life to get, happiness even from small incidents or small acts in our life. He understood how to take adverse seasons in stride and work for a better life. मेरी इस वीडियो को लाइक करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ भी शेयर करें ताकि वो भी इसका कुछ फायदा उठा सके. Thanks for watching my video.